45th and Hope, right outside Parklawn projects, or yeah, that's basically what it is. And remember, if you have your Google VR or your Google Daydream or VR device, I definitely recommend it to make this experience that much more interesting. You know, otherwise use the Google app, and you can use it like Street View and swipe around to see everything in 360 degrees. Well, taking a walk over here. I'm a little too far from here. This area isn't so bad either. You know, most of the time it's, you know, areas aren't bad. It's just some people, and usually it's a small amount of people that make an area quote unquote bad. You know, this area has had its issues. You know, this part right here is the new part where they actually have houses instead of, you know, these old buildings here. I think that they did that a couple years ago, partially changing the image of what a housing project looks like. And this part right here is the older part. And this is what the whole project used to look like, with these brown buildings and things like that. So let's take a walk. And again, it's about 10 o'clock in the morning. Not a lot of people out. Usually it's not, especially in January. If this was June or July, it definitely would be a lot more people out and about. Well, we take a walk around. You know, of course, I got to have my Steeler gear on. Even though we had a very disappointing year finish. You know, we tricked off a couple games, like to the Raiders. Oh, can't believe that. And San Diego, Denver, games we should have won. Yeah, I have no idea why they would have their door open. Looks like the door open. Maybe it's not. No, their door's not open. It just looks like it's open. But yeah. And it's very quiet. Again, probably because it's early. Like I said, in the afternoon or in June or July, August, a lot more people, a lot more activity. But this area is nowhere near as bad as it used to be. A couple years ago, I responded to a homicide. I can't remember where it was now. They rearranged it so much. Yep, we'll talk about that at another spot. And over here they built a cyber school. That's what they called it. Again, they did a lot of changes in this area over the years. Because usually anytime you say projects, people are, you know, thinking about, you know, gunshots, shootings, robberies, and things like that. A little different. I don't believe most of the projects around Milwaukee are like they used to be. They've improved them a lot. I know the housing authority, Milwaukee Housing Authority, they do not play around. You cause some trouble, you are out. And really, that's the way it should be. Whether you're a landlord or, you know, property owner or whatever, you know, if your tenants are causing trouble, you know, do the neighborhood a favor. Get rid of them. Central City Cyber School. And if you are those tenants who are causing trouble, it's like, really? You know, a lot of people always claim, oh, I want a better life for myself or my kids and family. But shoot, y'all the problem. It's like you go into another area bringing that mentality, and it changes everything. So, you know, before you start looking for a better life or doing these things, which is always a positive, look at improving yourself. Look at what you are doing. Are you the problem? Are you the problem person in the neighborhood? You might be. You know, attend some of the community meetings. Find out what's going on. Get involved. That's one of the easiest things to do if you want to change your neighborhood. Get involved. You know, complaining about it, that only goes so far. But what are you actually willing to do to make a difference in your neighborhood? That's the question. And most people aren't. They're not willing to do anything. You know, I don't want to get involved. I don't want to get involved. Dang, I don't mind my business. Well, I thought your neighborhood was your business. That's where you chose to live. That's where you know, you want to sit outside, or you want to barbecue in your neighborhood. You want your neighborhood to be a place that's safe. But if you allow stuff to happen and say, well, that ain't my business, well, then you're part of the problem, really. It's unfortunate. Like I said, I've always been the person that's, look, you don't want me to tell it, don't do it around me, and don't do it around my neighborhood, because, again, I don't want to see that stuff. I don't want to see, you know, robbing. I don't want to see drug dealing. I don't want to see crackheads. I don't want to see condoms laying around. Shoot, I'm the one that got to pick that crap up. And, you know, some people are like, well, you know, you can call the police and be anonymous, but if you want your neighborhood to change, you have to do things to help change it. Can't sit behind the doors and act like it's going to change on its own. And then when you decide to move out of an area, that kind of allows it to get worse by, you know, the person that moves in may be worse worse than you were, or worse. I don't even know if I can say that like that. But again, when you move out of a neighborhood and you move into another neighborhood, are you bringing that same mentality with you? The one that you claim that, oh, it's rough, it's ghetto, or it's whatever. Yeah, so we're gonna walk back over here. Wow, now that's something different. They chained the wheels of their car together, so I guess no one would steal it. Okay, well, that's different. I don't know if y'all can see that, but there's chains on that car that goes from the rim, the back rim from one side all the way around to the back rim of the other side of the car. Wow, that's a Lexus. I don't know if they're just hoping that they don't steal the car or steal the rims. But I guess that kind of shows you where you're at, or the potential for something like that to occur. Yeah. Very interesting. Well, again, thank you for joining me on the spot. You know, again, if you like, give it a thumbs up. You know, subscribe to my channel. Recommend it to other people, because we're going to take, like I said, this year we're going to be all around the city of Milwaukee and other locations, bringing you some 360 degrees so you can experience it with me. It's not many channels where you can experience the scene and you have control over what you want to look at. Shoot, if you don't like me talking, you can just turn me down and just walk with me. And we will see you next time on the spot.